Assalamu alaykum everyone. In this Ramadan, not only do I want to read and memorize more, but I also want to gain a deeper connection to the Quran. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my Quran routine for Ramadan, a routine that has really helped me transform my relationship with the Quran. The first step, of course, is to read the Quran. Now, reading the entire Quran in Ramadan is not compulsory, but many of us Muslims like to do it. Whether it's a page, a chapter, or more, finding a pace that works for you is the most important. There are many ways that you can divide the Quran to be able to finish it during Ramadan. The most common way is to read one juz each day. You can set aside time to read it all at once, like after Fajr or before Maghrib, or you can divide it throughout the day. Each juz is around 21 pages, so one way is to read 4 to 5 pages before or after every prayer. There are many blessings in just reading the Quran, but there's something even more important that we should do. It's not enough to only recite the Quran, we should also know what we are reading. So the next step is to reflect on the verses that we are reading. We should think about the meanings and see how we can apply them to our own life. Of course, this takes a lot more time than reading, but I think it's even more beneficial because we can actually think about how the teachings of the Quran can apply to our own lives. You can journal about it or even just take some notes. You can learn about when this surah was revealed and why. Even if we only manage to do this with a page or two, it's still beneficial. Since I am also on a journey to memorize the Quran, I like to choose the same pages I am memorizing to reflect on. After we have taken the time to read and reflect on the Quran, now we can begin to memorize. I have a full in-depth memorization routine that you can find linked in the description, but I'll go over the basics here. I will read the page over once to warm up, making sure to pay attention to the tajweed rules and making sure I'm reading each word correctly. Then I can start memorizing. I will repeat each ayah at least 3 times. Each time I learn a new ayah, I will repeat the page from the beginning to make sure I know it well. After I complete the whole page, I will repeat it 3 times to make sure it's stuck in my memory. Now that we are done memorizing, there is one step we need to complete to make sure that we do not forget what we have worked so hard to memorize. So the last step is to revise. We should be trying to revise everything that we have memorized in no more than around 2 weeks, inshallah. You can do this by dividing the number of pages you have already memorized by the number of days you have to revise. And that way you can see how many pages you should revise each day. So inshallah, this is going to be my Quran routine for Ramadan. I'd love to hear about you guys' Quran routines in the comments. And if you guys want to know more in depth about any of the ways I memorize or revise Quran, you can check out one of these videos here. Thanks for watching, and may Allah grant us all a successful Ramadan.